Hello everyone, welcome to the video 7 of our coding series using Java. So far we have seen nested loops, application of nested loops in terms of the triangle programs, that is right triangle and reversed triangle. So in this particular program we are going to focus to get this particular output. Now when we have seen this particular program, so what was our understanding? Our understanding was, let's say this is my row 1, this is my row 2, this is my row 3 and this is my row 4. Now inside this row 1 I had 1 star. Inside this row 2 I had 2 stars. Inside this row 3 I had 3 stars. Inside this row 4 I had 4 stars. Now to print the stars we used system.out.print, and to go to the next line after we finish one entire row, that is when we've gone for ln. Now whatever is happening inside a row, so we put this in the inner loop. This we put it in the outer loop. So you can call this as lines or rows, and here it's a simple program of if whenever you had to print 1 star, I was also 1. So whenever you had to print 2 stars, I was also 2. Okay. But now when you look at this particular program, so what is your analysis of the logic? So I see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 rows. Okay. Inside one row I had 1 number printed. Inside second row I had 2 numbers printed. Inside third row I had 3 numbers printed. Inside fourth row I had 4 numbers printed. Just like this star. First row 1 star, second row 2 stars, third row 3 stars, fourth row 4 stars. But here the difference is, in terms of the stars, it is the same thing that we are printing again and again. So all we had to do was do this. Okay, if you look at it, this was the program which you can see behind. So this is the star and we had to print the star directly, which is the only entity that was being printed. Only the number of times it was being printed was different. But when you look at this program, okay, yes, row number 1 we had 1 printed, row number 2 we had 2 printed, row number 3 we had 3, row number 4 we have 4 digits being printed. But if you look at it, the digits are different. Yes, it is starting with 1, but second number is 2. Here 1, 2 and 3. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can see that contrasting difference between both of this is, here we are printing only star, but here we see that different numbers are being printed in an incremental order. So how do we write the program for this? Okay, so let's say class study masth, I'll call it as pattern 1, 2, 3. Okay, now public static void main string args. Now we'll call it as int n is equals to 4, because we are manually entering 4, but we might have to have 5 stars or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just giving n is equals to 4 for better practice of writing. Int I is equals to 1. I is less than or equal to 4 or n. I plus plus. This outer loop we don't see any change happening. Now when it comes to inner loop, so inner loop also number of entities, it is exactly same like this program only. Okay, wherein first row you want only 1 to be printed, which means you want condition to become right only for once. Int j is equals to 1. J is less than or equal to I, j plus plus. System.out.print. Earlier program we had a star, so it was easy to print a star because it's the same thing that was being printed over and over. But here what's going to happen? Okay, let me first save this compilers. Successfully compiled. Now this is the output that I got because I have given a star here. But this star is not what I'm looking at. I want 1 in the first line, 1, 2, literally the numbers. Let's say I'll try to give 1. Okay. Then what is going to happen? Every time you make a change, save, compile and run it again. So I have 1 being printed over and over. But is this the output that I need? No. What is the output that I need? I need this 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means I need to give something here in my print where it can automatically increment. So let's say here I have 1 being printed because condition is right only once. Here condition is right twice, which means 1, 2. Here the second number I want it to change. Here third number, here third and fourth. So which means either I have to print the I value or J value. Because I value is also incrementing from 1, 2, 3, 4. J value is also incrementing from 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see what happens if I go with I. This is the output that we are getting. But do we need this output? Again, no. Why are we getting this output? Because first time I value is 1, condition becomes true only 1. Second time I value is 2 and condition is becoming true twice. Hence 2 is being printed 2 times. Next 3 is being printed 3 times. 4 is being printed 4 times. But that is not what I want. I want 1, 2, 3, 4 being printed. Now, so here is our output. So what's the learning from this is, see this output or the star output that you see, the logic is same. Here what we are trying to print is only changing, but in terms of number of rows, number of columns that are being printed correspondingly, they are all same. It is only the numbers that are dynamically changing, which means between I and J we need to understand what is it that is dynamically changing. Now for loop and nested for loop, please use the Excel sheet or your notes where you can write every loop what is happening. Thank you.